Partnership has been the key all along, from the very first partnership that the Lutheran Church of Australia committed to with the community up here in the northern suburbs of Perth, and the invitation for myself and my family to come and to connect with this community and create a place and a space where people could be safe, where they could explore the bigger issues of life. As we continued to work in the community, it became very evident that there was a lot of work to be done, a lot of needs, and that no single organisation was able to really meet all of the needs. Our first big partnership was with the City of Wanneroo, and the support they gave us with establishing a basketball program for children and young people, through to providing space for us at no cost. And it just underlined right from the beginning the importance of partnering together and bringing strength of one organisation to another. And so we were able to connect with the community, and the city was able to give us the resources to serve the community in different ways. The most critical partnership, perhaps of all, is the partnership that was formed with Queen's Baptist College back in 2007, when we identified in the community a lot of young people who were disconnected from school, not in any formal training, and who were getting themselves into enormous problems with the police and the whole cycle through the courts, and being incarcerated in the juvenile prisons. We tried to assist with different groups around, but they never seemed to meet the exact group of young people that we were working with. In 2007, we connected to run a pilot with Queen's Baptist College, who graciously lent us the support of resources and advice from Michael Smith, the principal. We ran a pilot which connected very well out on a small farm. Tremendous opportunity. It became very clear that young people were simply looking for somebody to connect with them, to spend time with them, to listen to them, and to genuinely get alongside of them and find direction with them. So in 2008 we started Catalyst, a program that operated in partnership with Queen's Baptist College, and we commenced with one youth worker, myself. We enrolled all of our young people in year 10, and we began the long journey of helping them to get a foundation of education, and with that primarily some sort of hope for the future. Proved to be very successful, this connecting with the community or partnering with the community right at grassroots level. And so very quickly our numbers grew by the middle of 2008 to the point where we were operating with about 40 young people. And then a group of girls came along and said, look, our cousins, brothers, uncles, nephews are all here, and they've got a chance to go to school. We'd like a chance to go to school too. So we set up a second campus of Catalyst, and just primarily for girls. All of the research that we had done said that it was critically important to create the same-sex campuses, so that there could be a focus on the learning, focus on the opportunities.
What do you think about men that hit women? What are you
winning.
sorting out?
Like that.
Yeah.
No, you have to tell me.
I don't think that's right.
Fucking hell.
With this growth came some difficulties, as you could imagine, but once again partnerships proved the answer. Firstly, we partnered with the Salvation Army in Merriwa, and they provided space for us, which we shared for over 3 years, and we began to connect with the West Coast Institute of Training, who would prove to be probably the partnership that ongoing is going to be the key for these young people. And with West Coast Institute of Training providing accredited training, it's given us opportunities to spread out and to connect with other community groups, other businesses, and to continue to provide opportunities for work experience, to continue to provide resources through discounts and donations. And the community has been very generous to us at different times.
The partnership between OKU Services and the Aboriginal Academy of Sport, Health and Education at West Coast Institute of Training was formed because of the low retention and articulation rates of previous Indigenous training models, and we felt a unique and innovative approach was required, and this led to the development of our programs. The partnership aims to give Aboriginal Australians access to current and relevant training that leads to greater employment opportunities in the community, as well as the support and workplace training available from OKU Services.
My name's Colin. I work with the OKU Services through a couple of schools. I'm an Indigenous person here in Western Australia. I just want to tell a bit of a story of how I come about. It happened about 4 years ago when I first moved from another area that I lived in, where I worked as a Aboriginal education officer with another school. I heard that there was a school that's been run by a pastor called Michael Parker in the area. I took my kids there and I got them involved, and I was still looking for work at the time, but was not sure if I wanted to work with children, which I still want to work with children, but I want to work with people in the community. Well, Michael asked me to work for his program, so that happened about 4 years ago, and since then I've been involved working with different programs. Started with a program called Walking Together, where I was working out in the community with people, bringing Indigenous people towards a place like the church and into education, and trying to sort out young mothers and young adults to help them get back in the workforce. That also was a program that we wanted to run for the young men as well, up here in Clarkson. When then we changed the name for the program, we thought that we might better suit the name by giving it an Indigenous name. So along the way we found out that we would change the name to the Mama Yira Maya program. Mama in Indigenous language, Aboriginal language, the Noongar language in particular, Ia means father, and Yira means above, and Maya means place, or home.
The success of this partnership is down to the holistic approach taken by OKU Services and West Coast Institute of Training, which helps foster a culture of identity and belonging among the students, leading to the promotion of capacity building and resilience.
So far we have a staff of 3. We have a program for education that we try to re-engage the young people to help them rediscover themselves and to find work. We also got an elders group that we're building strongly. Elders have always played a major part in our culture, where we always look for elders for advice. So by setting up an elders group here in the northern suburbs, we hope that they can assist us in talking and working with the Indigenous people up here in this area. We also run a food bank program, which we're currently just trying to get that sorted out. So we hopefully that by that we can serve the people within the community, with families who are in need of food and help and spiritual contact. We also have a church which we call the Ocean Kings Community Church up here. It's an open church for Indigenous people. They're welcome to come along.
One of our ongoing and biggest partnerships has been with the Noongar community here in the northern suburbs of Perth. And as we've grown to be an organisation that is trusted, that follows through on what we commit to do, there's been a greater level of involvement from the Noongar community, and in fact now about 2/3 of our staff are actually Indigenous staff, which is a testament to the partnerships that become possible across barriers within the community.
We offer programs that we try to network with other agencies, as the Muricina program, where we have a bus that is situated here on site every month, where Indigenous people who have diabetical problems can come forth and have them medically checked out and help and supported. We're trying to network with other agencies, the North Metro Health, the Giles Centre over in Joondalup. We also believe that we've got a foundation housing program going, that we are trying to create jobs through that. We're successful in obtaining that business. We have backyard listing programs that we send out to Indigenous people and non-Indigenous people's backyards to see if they need help in removing all the rubbish and stuff, etc. The program that we want to try and start is a youth program, youth on Friday nights for kids.
This unique education experience and partnership has seen higher retention and success rates for students and allows the students to transition onto further education or training or directly into the workforce. For example, students have started with a Certificate 1 in gaining access to training and employment and have completed a Certificate 2 in community services and are now articulating onto Cert 3 courses in education support, community services and health service assistance, just to name a few.
But overall, the old program is fairly new, and we are starting to make progress rapidly. We hope that the program will be successful and that we can help many Indigenous people in this area, in New South Wales, and take care of them.
Through this innovative partnership, not only the students benefit, but also the staff and support workers of OK Youth Services who have access to training through the RPL process, seeing them transition from a Certificate 2 in community services through to a Certificate 4 in youth work. This has been a very exciting and successful partnership to be a part of, and it looks like it's going to go from strength to strength in the future.
In 2011, we were able to secure as OK Youth Services, an incorporated not-for-profit charitable organisation, our own licence, and so our formal partnership with the Department of Education Services commenced, and with that came an increase also in the students, and with that increase a need to move into another partnership with a couple of businessmen who owned a property that they were willing to lease to us and allow us to refurbish into an environment that would suit a school. This has given us the opportunity to tailor design a school for the kids that we work with for whom mainstream simply hasn't worked. And as we worked on that project, we came across all of the trades, and electricians, plumbers, air conditioners, builders, carpenters, the lot. And we found increasingly that they weren't just coming to do a job, but they got excited about the work that we were doing and have become partners with us in further projects. And at the moment we are negotiating with Foundation Housing, who provide low cost housing to Aboriginal people, to people with mental health issues, to people on low income, single mums and the like. With that is coming one of our most exciting partnerships to make the transition through school into work, as we are contracting to do gardening maintenance, garden and establishment, to do refurbishments and repairs on homes. And so we have actually partnered with one of the businesses who came to work alongside of us to create a new entity called OK Building and Maintenance, and this is going to allow us to employ further in the community and also provide opportunities for apprenticeships and traineeships for our young people.
One of the most successful examples of working in partnership is the OK Youth Services example. OK Youth Services, with partnership broker support, has turned community relationships into strong, effective partnerships, achieving some outstanding results.
The ongoing relationship with our staff, with the wider community, with the opportunities that we have, is going to mean that there can be changes in education, there can be changes in simply the economics of a family no longer on Centrelink, but moving into work and being able to sustain themselves. And we're hoping soon some of our staff will actually begin the process of home ownership. And all of this has come about because we've literally been able to be a catalyst in the community. And with that, the national partnership brokering has been so helpful in introducing us to different groups, different organisations that have similar aims, groups that are complementary to us so that we can utilise their resources for the people that we make connection with.
The School Business Community Partnership Brokers Program operates across Australia and is being implemented by the Australian Government under the National Partnership on Youth Attainment and Transitions. The objective of the partnership program is to build partnerships that support young people to meet their full educational and social potential. Supporting young people is a collective responsibility, and partnering is the most effective way for schools, business and the wider community to work together. Partnership brokers identify and bring key players together in order to work towards a common goal that will ultimately benefit young people. Partnership brokers help put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Together, we've been able to bring so many organisations and so many agencies, and therefore so many resources to bear, and create, in a sense, a one-shop stop because of our partnerships and relationships. We have a staff approaching 50, and that means there's training, and one of the things that we've tried to do is to give work opportunities for people who've not yet got accreditation. And this is where the partnership with West Coast Institute of Training has come to fruit, in that we are doing an RPL process with our staff so that while they're working, they're actually having that work recognised and accredited. And this will mean that not only do we have a consistent quality of training and therefore staff, but it also provides the springboard for our staff to do further training, or should they choose to leave us, they will have a CV that will stand up and make them competitive in the workplace.
Cardiovascular, yeah? So we just put in here.
The next step of this is actually to create, in essence, ourselves as an annex for training, so that we can have particularly Indigenous people with our training methodology and partnership with West Coast to continue to come into the program, work within the program, and then move off into other areas, hopefully having learned the importance of relationship, the importance of partnerships, the importance of working together.
We're looking to expand the program to grow it further. We'd just love to try and reach out and connect with all the Indigenous people in this area, in the northern suburbs, and to see whatever help and support that we can offer them. And we hope that our connection can grow and expand, and we can provide support for people in the area in Israel.
This has been an incredible journey over the last 10 years, and the most exciting part of that has been the last 5, as we've built partnership after partnership, and in doing so have become stronger ourselves. And I can only encourage people to look around and see who's there and ask the question, would you like to work together with us to get the job done?
Today is a stepping stone towards that. And to all of the people that have made it possible, thank you so much. We are incredibly grateful. And that is the spirit in which we receive, the students receive the reason that we are all here today. So thank you very much.